you doing here? You don't belong here. Hello everyone, this is Mark Vernes. How are you doing?
Today's lesson, Unit 2, at school, synonyms and antonyms. Synonyms are words that mean the same or almost the same. Example, synonyms of thin include slim, slender, and skinny. Antonyms are words which mean the opposite to another word. Example, sad is an antonym of happy. Now watch the following video. In this scene, we can see how important it is to make sure we consider the consequences of our choice of synonyms and antonyms. It's important that the words that we choose express what we really mean. When you pay particular attention to synonyms in your writing, it comes across to your teacher. The sentences become clearer and rich in meaning.
Hey Josh, how's it going?
Terrible.
What's the matter?
It's my birthday party. It's at the bowling alley.
What's wrong with that? You like bowling.
I do, but Max from my class is having a birthday party the same day. A swimming birthday party.
Swimming, huh? Yeah, the fresh air definitely appeals to me.
I'm working on my invitations now, but nobody's going to come to my party instead of swimming.
Oh man, that's rough. Let me hear what you've got.
Come have an awesome time at my bowling party.
It's not bad, but we really need some super strong words to make bowling seem like 10 times more awesome than swimming. You need a thesaurus.
Oh yeah, why didn't I think of that?
No worries, I'll grab the book from the study. Okay, starting with awesome, how does this sound? Come have an astonishing, stupefying time at Josh's stupendously sensational birthday bash.
That sounds really cool. But where did you get those last two from?
I was on a roll.
Right. So should we say anything about swimming? What are some antonyms for great?
Let me check. Oh, ouch. Those are some pretty rough words.
Yeah, I don't want to be mean. I actually like Max. So do you think anyone will come to my party?
I'm sure people will. Besides, I'll be there. Who else do you really need?
Let me see that thesaurus. I'd better keep working on this.
Unit 2. At school. Making decisions and opinions. Agreeing and disagreeing.
When we make decisions, there are 4 methods that we could use to get to that decision. These are command. This is where we make our decision on our own without any input from anyone else. Consult. This is when we invite input from others to help us make a decision. Vote. This is when we discuss the options. Then, ask everyone to vote on the final option. Consensus. This is where we can discuss at length until everyone agrees on one decision. A quick overview of the steps involved in the decision-making or problem-solving process. Number 1. Identify the problem. Number 2. List the alternatives. Number 3. List the pros and cons of each alternative. Number 4. Make the best decision. Number 5. Evaluate your decision. Here are some useful English phrases for decisions. Number 1. I'm debating between option A and option B. Number 2. I can't make up my mind. Number 3. I'm on the fence. It means I'm in the middle and I don't know what to decide. Number 4. I'll take that into consideration. Number 5. On the other hand. Number 6. I'm having second thoughts. It means I'm reconsidering my decision. Number 7. I changed my mind. Number 8. He convinced me or persuaded me to. Number 9. Looking back, I know it was the right decision. And number 10. It's up to you. It means you can decide.
When we have conversations with people and our response requires us to form an opinion or to agree or disagree with a statement, it's important to be clear with our response. Take a look at the following phrases and think about how we use them in conversations to clearly identify where we stand on a subject.
Useful English phrases. To express your opinion, I think I would. The first thing I would do is, I don't think I would. I definitely would. I definitely wouldn't. To agree, me too. I agree. I would do that too. So would I. To disagree, I wouldn't. Not me. No way. Questions. What would you do? Why would you do that?
Hello there!
How is it going? Today's lesson, Unit 8, Discoveries. Throughout time, there have been some major inventions that have changed the way we live our lives forever. For example, the invention of printing presses gave us the ability to make books and newspapers, allowing news to be communicated throughout the world. The invention of the train and railways meant that long-distance transportation of goods and people was possible. They saw the birth of the Industrial Revolution. Travel became so much easier when the motorcar was invented. It changed our lives and meant that people could commute easily, meaning people could live away from where they worked. International travel was a long and slow process until the invention of aeroplanes. Now it's taken for granted that we can travel thousands of miles in a day. The invention of air travel has also led to widespread migration throughout the world.
The invention of radio and television revolutionized our lives. It meant that communication could be instant and global. It also provided a whole new platform for entertainment within our homes. Television has rapidly evolved, so we now have access to many movies, shows, sports events, and music at a touch of a button. of computers also revolutionized our lives. Most of us now use a computer on a daily basis and even have computers in our pockets, such as our smartphones.
Computers can now also carry out tasks that could once only be done by humans, such as robots controlled by computers that can build cars and even carry out surgical procedures on us.
Sir, will we still be in this pandemic in 50 years from now?
We won't still be in a pandemic in 50 years' time, Jimin. However, it's possible that we will still be living with COVID-19 in 50 years' time.
But sir, how will we learn to live with the virus?
Science and technology will help us develop ways of managing the virus.
Sir, how will science and technology help us to do this?
Well, Jimin, science and technology alone won't combat the virus. We will also have to continue with the basics, like hand washing and social distancing. But science will help us develop a vaccine, and it will test other medicines to see if they will help too. Technology helps us by giving us computer modeling programs, which help us understand how the virus is moving and spreading. Inventions. An invention is a new thing that the person has made. People have been inventing things for thousands of years for all sorts of different reasons. Many inventions have been designed to make life better or easier for people. Every man-made object that you can see was originally invented by someone, from the bristles in your toothbrush to the latest computer game. Stay safe!
Wear your mask.
Hello, how is it going? Extracurricular activities.
All work and no play doesn't just make Jill and Jack dull, it kills the potential of discovery, mastery, and openness to change and flexibility, and it hinders innovation and invention.
Extracurricular activities are activities that students do outside the classroom, or they are joint activities during teaching time, including sports, arts, events aimed at community engagement, or student clubs organized around diverse hobbies or academic subjects. Extracurricular activities can help children develop their intelligence, in more ways than one. Benefits of extracurricular activities. Academic performance is improved. Students who participate in extra activities get better grades. This is because of the skills they learn from participating in different activities. Students also learn to express themselves in a better way. Time management skills are improved. Students who participate in extra activities need to learn time management as they have to manage time between academics and extra activities. They learn to manage time and also learn how to keep them engaged in free time also. Everything they do will be productive. Time management plays an important role in examination. How to write answers in what time is also an important skill to learn. Learn new and useful skills. Students also learn new skills which are useful in school life. Skills like teamwork, time management, how to lead a group and many more extra skills. Students who participate in sports and other activities have better leadership skills and learn how to grow and build relations with one another. Sense of commitment. Students who participate in extracurricular activities learn how to commit themselves to a particular thing they get involved in. Extracurricular activities are utmost important in a student's life. Students who get involved in extra activities meet new people and because of it, their social skills are improved. Students can expand their network, which is also beneficial in finding better career opportunities. Examples of types of extracurricular activities. So clearly, extracurricular activities are great, but not everybody is made to be on the volleyball team or debate club. Fortunately, even small and rural schools have a plethora of extracurricular activities to choose from. Of course, what is available depends on the school, but at many schools, teachers are even willing to help students set up activities if there is enough student interest. Clubs, organizations, student government, journalism, chess club, subject-specific clubs, history club, creative writing club, etc. Sports: football, cheerleading, soccer, volleyball, tennis. Music: marching band, concert band, choir. Theatre: drama club, comedy club, theatre arts club. What to choose? With so many options out there, choosing an extracurricular activity might be overwhelming. Undoubtedly, each activity has its own advantages. Students should first think about what activities they are passionate about before they think about which ones might help them get into college or which ones all of their friends participate in. Picking an activity that will challenge you can be a good option as well. For example, a shy student who is trying to gain more confidence might join theatre arts club. What are your current extracurricular activities? Do you like them? Why, or why not? Are you part of any clubs in school? Why did you join the club?
This is easy, isn't it? This is easy, isn't it? You haven't tried it, have you? You haven't tried it, have you? You can do it, can't you? You can do it, can't you? This is easy, isn't it? This is easy, isn't it?
What do question tags mean and what do we use them for? Basically, question tags work by turning a statement into a question by adding a tag at the end. The tag is a short yes or no question, and we use different tags depending on the statement. You're here for the interview today, aren't you? Compare with, are you here for the interview? The tag asks if the statement is true and makes it into a question. We use question tags more often when we are speaking than when we are writing.
How do we make question tags? We can see that question tags are either positive or negative. If the statement part is positive, the tag is negative. If the statement is negative, then the question tag part is positive. The subject of the statement always appears as a pronoun in the tag.
Positive statements with question tags. We are meeting this afternoon, aren't we? You have prepared the spreadsheet, haven't you?
Negative statements with question tags. The job situation isn't getting any better, is it? We haven't had so many candidates interested before, have we?
When the form of be is the main verb in the statement, we use the matching form in the tag. She is qualified, isn't she? It isn't that difficult to understand, is it? There is a special case if the pronoun is I and we use be in the statement. The tag is made with am when the statement is negative, but when the statement is positive, the tag is made with aren't. I'm not the right person for the job, am I? I'm in the right building for the interview, aren't I?
You are dancing, aren't you? You are dancing, aren't you? You are waiting, are you? You are waiting, are you? You are singing, aren't you? You are singing, aren't you?
Oh, you did, didn't you?
Well, of course, I'm all...
Oh, you did, didn't you?
Well, of course, I'm all...
I must say, I'm enjoying your new chair.
Oh, it's great, isn't it?
It is.
Oh, it's great, isn't it?
It is.
Can you grab me water?
Possibly.
Can you or can't you?
It's not that simple, Leonard.
It never is it? It never is it?
Would you prefer a simpler application of Heisenberg's uncertainty principle, in which I could either know where you are or whether I like you, but not both?
You never stop talking, do you? You never stop talking, do you?
Sure you're not coming down with a cold?
Oh, yes, the common cold. Just like everyone else. You'd love that, wouldn't you? You'd love that, wouldn't you? Subtlety isn't her strong suit, is it? Subtlety isn't her strong suit, is it?
Health. Key expressions. Doctor, patient. It is extremely important that the conversation between a doctor and a patient is clearly understood by both parties. The patient needs to be clear and expressive about their symptoms in order for the doctor to make an accurate diagnosis. Similarly, once a diagnosis has been achieved, the doctor needs to communicate clearly what the treatment plan will be. A breakdown in communication could result in either a misdiagnosis or failure to adhere to the treatment plan. Here are some phrases a doctor might say. We'll need to run some tests. Tests are used to help diagnose the health problem. Some common tests are a blood test and a urine test. There are also scans such as an ultrasound and X-rays. I'd like to keep you here overnight for observation. The doctor will say this if it's necessary for you to stay in the hospital for a little while, so that the doctors and nurses can observe you and make sure you are okay. They might use a machine to monitor your vital signs. Observe the rhythm of your heartbeat and breathing. The transplant was a success. There were no complications. A transplant is when one person, the donor, gives an organ to another person, the recipient. If there are complications during surgery, it means that things went wrong or unexpected things happened to make it more difficult. Does it hurt when I press here? If you have pain in your body, the doctor might apply pressure on different places and ask you if you feel any pain at that particular point. I'm going to prescribe you some antibiotics. Some medication requires a doctor's prescription, official note with permission for you to get it. Antibiotics are used to treat infections. Do you have any allergies? If you have allergies, it means your body reacts badly to particular foods or medicines. You can respond to this question by saying, I'm allergic to. Here are some phrases a patient might say.
I have a rash on my arm, and it's very itchy. A rash is a red, irritated area on the surface of your skin. If it's itchy, it means you feel an annoying sensation that makes you want to scratch it with your nails. I feel a sharp pain when I bend my knee. A sharp pain is a strong, sudden pain. The opposite is a dull pain, a feeling that is weaker and more continuous. My neck is stiff and sore. I think I pulled a muscle. If a body part is stiff, it means that it has less ability to move than normal. The word sore means that it's continuously painful, usually when you've used a muscle too much. We usually use sore for muscles and for a sore throat. To pull a muscle means to extend a muscle beyond the normal point and injure it. My stomach hurts and I've lost my appetite. To describe the pain you're feeling, you can say my plus body part hurts. If you've lost your appetite, it means you have no desire to eat. What are my options for treatment? The word treatment refers to the methods for helping you get better from a health problem. Some diseases can be cured, completely eliminated from your body, and others cannot be cured. But the symptoms, signs and effects of the disease can be treated, made better or more tolerable. Am I going to need surgery? Surgery is when a doctor, called a surgeon, cuts open your body to make repairs on your insides. Surgery can also be called an operation. The verbs for the doctor doing this action are to operate or to perform surgery. We usually say that the patient has had an operation or has had surgery. I'd like to get a second opinion. A second opinion is when you talk to a different doctor to see if he has a different opinion about your health problem or treatment options. That's a relief. You can say this when the doctor gives you some good news. A relief is something that makes you happy after you were worried about it.
Hello everyone, this is Mr. Mark Gernix. How are you doing?
I love that film.
I trusted you. You can't trick me anymore.
We all love to watch movies. As well as entertaining us, movies can provide us with so much more. Watching American or English movies can help educate us on the use of the English language and puts it into a visual context for us. Movies play an important role in our social lives too. Going to the movies is an experience that we can share with our friends, and talking about the movies that we have seen can be a good topic of conversation when meeting new people. This brings us on to the question of how to talk about a movie that we've seen. How do we describe the genre? Was it a comedy, Sci-fi? Horror movie? What did you like about the movie? Was it the storyline, the cast, or the production of the movie? Let's explore this subject in more detail.
But you have heard of Captain Dexter. Can't do. Why is the run come?
General film vocabulary. What sorts of films do you enjoy? You've got a lot of genres to choose from. Westerns, set in the American Wild West, or spaghetti westerns, those filmed in Italy, to action films, fight, car chases, etc. Adventure, animated, cartoons, or horror, lots of blood, or ghostly visits. Perhaps you prefer comedy or rom-com, romantic comedy or dramas. Sometimes these are epics, long historical dramas, and sometimes these are adaptations, adapted either from a previous film or from a book or play. What about thrillers or suspense, or musical with song and dance and science fiction set in a futuristic world? Or maybe you prefer the old black and white films or the classics. Actors. In a celebrity-obsessed world, actors are as famous as politicians, maybe even more so. We like to see our favorite actors playing a character, even a minor character in films. Whether these are in lead roles, main roles, or supporting roles, not main roles. Every year, the Oscars gives awards to lead actors and supporting actors, but never to the extras. The actors who play people in the crowd, often without a speaking part. We like reading the film credits, firstly to see who's in the cast, everyone who acted in the film. If there's a special appearance by a famous actor who's only in the film for a couple of minutes. More film vocabulary. Then we like to see who the director or producer is, the screenwriter who wrote the screenplay, the script that the actors speak, and who composed the soundtrack, the music background in the film. We'll read film reviews to find out more about the plot or storyline, and how good the lighting, cinematography, or the art of shooting the film, or costumes are. We might even watch a trailer, short extract from the film, to see the special effects. Describing a film. If you've just seen a great film, you might want to tell your friends about it. Here are some tips for doing that. Make sure you know how to sequence your story and use linking words to help others understand you. Telling a story about a film. Here are some ways you can tell the story, plot of a film you've seen. It's set in New York in the 1950s. The film shot on location in Arizona. The main characters are, and they're played by. It's a mystery, thriller, love story. You can tell the story of the film in the present simple tense. Well, the main character decides to rob a bank. But when he drives there, giving your opinion. I thought the film was great. Okay, fantastic. The actors, costumes, screenplay is. The special effects are fantastic. Terrible. The best scene. The worst scene is when the plot is believable. Seems a bit unlikely. Not telling all. You don't want to spoil the film for your friends, so you can say something like, I don't want to spoil it for you, so I'm not going to tell you what happens in the end. You'll have to go and see it for yourself. I don't want to ruin the surprise for you. Useful adjectives. All these are useful words and phrases to spice up your description. True to life. A real story. The real story of. Remarkable. Unusual. Good. Masterpiece. The best work someone has done. Oscar winning.
Final count. 42.
Start taking the hobbits to Isengard!
Making a suggestion means telling another person what we think that they should do or what we think is a good idea. We are giving our opinion about what action another person should take. It is important that we are able to make suggestions or recommendations in English fluently, because we need to do this often in our professional and personal life.
In this video, Noelia and Yuna have a very good meeting. Listen to the language they use for making suggestions and practice saying the useful phrases.
Do you know what to say when you make suggestions? Listen out for useful language for making suggestions. Then we'll practice saying the new phrases after this.
Okay, this time, let's focus. Phones off.
Yes, and in my bag.
Ready?
I'm ready.
We have half an hour.
Okay, let's go.
How about starting with social media?
Sure. Engagement is up 15% this month.
Good. So let's go for 20% for next month.
Yeah, sure. I'll tell the team. We'll need some extra help to make it work.
Agreed. Good idea. Why don't you ask Vanya to help you create a new social media plan?
Okay, no problem. Shall we present it at the next team meeting together?
Good plan. Can you let Paul see it first?
Sure. I'll do that.
Anything else?
No. That's it.
And that's half an hour. We did it.
We're really good at this.
Number 1. Let's focus. Number 2. How about starting with social media? Number 3. Yeah, sure. Number 4. We'll need some extra help. Number 5. Agreed. Good idea.
Number 6. Why don't you ask Vanya? Number 7. Okay, no problem. 8. Shall we present it at a meeting? 9. Good plan.
A majority of people make suggestions all the time. For example, when they're deciding what to do, offering advice, or helping someone. When we're making suggestions in English, we have an open dialogue.
And this is why learning more phrases how to make a suggestion is an excellent way to improve your English conversational skills.
Why don't we go to a music festival? We could go to the theater. How about going to the cinema? Let's go to the film theater and afterwards, we can try that new Italian restaurant. Let's call James and ask him what he thinks about it.
Shall we invite Sam to the party? Do you fancy going out tonight? Would you like to go out tonight? What about going for a walk? We might as well stay at home. Let's talk about jobs and work duties. What are duties? Duties refer to someone's position within a team. A duty defines someone's position. Each duty within a team has a particular responsibility or task. In order for a team to be effective, each member of the team must understand their role and the duties that go with that role. It is important that every role within an organization or team has clearly defined duties in order to be productive or successful. Let's take a look at a couple of examples of how roles and duties are important. In a manufacturing plant, if roles and duties are clearly defined, it will increase productivity, increase morale in staff, and allows team leaders to play to their employees' strengths. In a game of football, the team is made up of players who have a clearly defined role, who have a responsibility to either score goals or defend the pitch. If these roles and duties were not enforced, the football team wouldn't be successful. Google Form. Listen to 5 different people talking about their jobs and do the exercises to practice and improve your listening skills.
A. I work on Saturdays and in the school holidays. Saturdays are busy because that's when everyone goes shopping. Our shop sells clothes and accessories for men, women and children. I work in the children's department. It can be crazy sometimes, but it's fun.
B. I work during my summer holidays when I'm not at university. Oxford has thousands of tourists in the summer, so it's easy to find a job as a tour guide. I take tourists to visit the university colleges, and then we go down to the river. We go along the river on a boat. The tourists love the boat trip, but last summer, one tourist fell in the river. I love meeting people from all over the world.
C. I like my job, but lots of people don't like coming to see me because they hate dentists. Sometimes it's very hard work, but it's great to help people when they have a problem. It's so important to look after your teeth. D.
My job is very difficult, but I like it because I love flying. I fly planes that take people to different places on holiday. Most of the time I fly in Europe to places like Spain, Greece and Italy. The most difficult thing about my job is when the weather is bad. Snow and thunderstorms are the worst. The best thing is visiting different places.
E. I work in a hospital in the city centre. It's a very big hospital. I help the doctors with the patients. I give them their medicine and look after them when they feel ill. I love my job, but I don't like the uniform, and sometimes I have to work at night.
Hello there! What's your hobby? Hobby is a noun, an activity that someone does for pleasure when they are not working. When you want to get to know someone, ask about their hobbies and interests. Talking about hobbies means you can share details about yourself and discover shared interests and free time activities. Here are some phrases you can use. Questions you can ask. What do you like doing? What sort of hobbies do you have? What do you get up to in your free time? How to reply. In my free time, I. When I have some spare time, I. When I get the time, I relax by watching TV, listening to music, etc. My hobbies are bird watching, playing sport, etc. I'm interested in plus noun, gerund. I'm keen on. I'm into. I enjoy. Saying why you like your hobby. You can also explain why you spend time on your hobby to make the conversation longer and more interesting. I really enjoy going to the gym because it keeps me fit. It gets me out of the house, you know? It's sociable. I've met lots of new people. It gives me something interesting to do with my time. It's not very expensive and anyone can do it. My hobbies are all creative. I've always enjoyed painting and drawing. Because my job is technical, it's good to spend time doing something completely different. I enjoy spending time making things like clothes. More words that you can use to describe your hobbies. Creative, fascinating, practical, cheap, enjoyable, relaxing, different, unusual.
So I like painting, I like going to see art galleries.
The gym, bodybuilding, football.
I do kayaking, so in the society at uni.
I love football and hobbies and interests, just hanging out in Kingston, going out having a laugh with my mates.
Architecture and travelling around the world, seeing different places with the old and new architecture.
I enjoy shopping, eating, dancing and singing and acting as well.
Probably like the socialising and trying to getting away from, worries and stress and stuff like that.
Celebrating after a hard day's work with a pint in the pub with your mates. It's the best thing, really.
I love boxing, go to the gym, going out, being social.
Mainly outdoor sports like snowboarding, mountain biking, skateboarding, that sort of stuff. Being outdoors, being with my mates, the thrill, the adventure.
Play basketball regularly, go to the gym, and I'm in a band playing guitar. Just sort of writing music, and you get like a real kick out of it, and it's a real feel-good factor you get from it.
I do like reading and poetry and like those poetry clubs, they're really interesting. I love writing, so anything I can put on paper or listen to creative stuff is really interesting.
Hobbies, I like football, I like seeing friends, just relaxing, chilling out, gaining my energy back. I think everyone likes relaxing, don't they? It's about getting time to do it.
I do fine art at uni, so a lot of it involves looking into ceramic techniques and stuff like that, which I try and do in my spare time. I'm trying to source like a pottery wheel. Ceramics, I guess.
I'm a semi-professional footballer. I play for Hoddesdon Town Football Club. Playing defence there. I'm a massive follower of hip-hop music. I don't listen to any other music apart from hip-hop. And hobbies, just going on the internet, Facebook, Twitter. I like, chatting to friends, following celebrities around Twitter.
I'm a very theatrical person, so anything to do with creative arts, basically, and shopping.
Hey Mark, don't worry. I don't want to do designer, but